this month, DDG was pulled over, arrested, and charged with a felony for having a firearm in the car. He was released on a $35,000 bond. According to TMZ, he's supposed to go back to court June 28th. Here's what DDG had to say about his case.
That's my first time ever going to jail or getting arrested. But they said I was speeding. I was probably going like barely going over the speed limit. They asked me to step out the car. But you know, I'm not really experienced like when it comes to like getting arrested, pulled over and shit. So I stepped out the car. Plus I ain't want to argue with because I knew just off the officer how they pulled me over. They had the flashlights on me from their car and shit, telling me keep my hands on the wheels. So I ain't even want to give them no problems or give them no excuse to do no bull. You know, I gets out the car. But I already knew I had my thing in the car. He basically just asked me, he was like, before I go look in your car, mind you, they didn't have a warrant. But mind you, he was like, before I go look in your car, do you got anything in there? And I was just like, yeah, because I ain't want to sit there and lie. And then it's obvious that he gonna find it. It's right in the glove department. So found it. He got it and shit.
Went back to the holding cell. They told me, you good? It's gonna be a $0 bond. You know, you're not gonna catch no charge. I was like, bet. You know, I shouldn't. You know, this is like I just misplaced my weapon. That's all. But then he came back in and said he getting a felony charge. I said, what? Felony? DDG felony valedictorian? Me? I wasn't even caring about being in jail or the charge. I was really trying to get out so I can make it to my Storyteller music video, right? Storyteller caused all this bullshit.
Now, several people have told DDG not to speak on this situation due to the seriousness of his case, but during the video, I felt like DDG didn't know the importance of his own case. So I looked it up because, you know, lawyers can tell you anything before you pay them, right? They feed you all this, oh yeah, this is your first offense, you're gonna get off, you're not gonna get anything, because they're trying to get your money. The article says it's illegal to carry a loaded firearm on your person or in your vehicle. It says for a prosecutor to successfully build a case against you, he or she will have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, right? They have to prove you carried a firearm on your person or in your car, which they already proved that. And this is why I constantly say, read your law. Whenever an officer come up to you and say, is there anything illegal in your car? You are not to say anything, because the minute you say, I have this in my car, I have that in my car, you giving and helping their case to have probable cause to check your car. If DDG was speeding, all he was supposed to get was a speeding ticket. It was no other reason outside of that to check his car. You knew you carried a loaded firearm. You just told us publicly that you knew it was in your car. I love DDG, but I gotta tell y'all what it is. You just gave the prosecutor what they needed, right? So the good thing is that DDG has never been arrested. The second good thing is that he has a lot of good people and a lot of good things to support that he is a good person, right? Because this is what you have to show the judge. You have to show the judge now that you're a good person, you're not a harm or a danger to the public. If convicted of a misdemeanor PC 25850 violation, you face up to 364 days in county jail and $1,000 fine or both. So hopefully he just get the fine and don't get the 364 days in county jail. But like I said, when you give the prosecutor things to work with, like this conversation publicly, it kind of hurts you rather than help you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all leave y'all comments down below when it comes to that. Now let's talk about Crystal, who recently did a video with her friends and she was asked,
would you take Jazz back?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
And don't lie. In the Mississippi second.
And if you don't want to answer, just take a shot.
In the Mississippi second. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. I mean,
as you should though.
Yeah, but it has to be a couple changes.
Yeah. Girl, that's your woman. You better stand beside her.
Beside her. I'm gonna stand beside her. Ain't nobody business with y'all.
Now, after that video, she retweeted a tweet that said, I can't run to social media about me being cheated on and then turn around and be back with them. That's so silly for real. But people are saying, despite her tweeting, that she is back with Jazz, because in Jazz's best friend recent video, Crystal was on the phone with Jazz and she said this.
Babe, look at your best friend. Babe, look at your best friend. Look at your best friend.
Even though Crystal is trying to make it seem like she's strong in this situation, she did take Jazz back. And the sad part about it is things are not going to change. Jazz hang out with single people that do single things things, and that's a recipe for disaster. Yes, Crystal is a good girl and you want to hold on to her before somebody else get her, but if you're not on the same page as Crystal, you owe it to yourself to allow Crystal to find somebody that is on the same page as her. Now, CjSoCool daughter Camari recently responded to some comments on her TikTok. If you're not caught up with this story, definitely go check out the links down below so you can get caught up with this story. But she did take to TikTok and answer some questions. Someone said she really got beef with her dad now or no. She said, no, I don't. Just he need to grow up. He got you a phone. I don't care about no phone. He treats them better than you and you're his blood child, but it's okay. He'll see in the future. And she said, right. This whole situation is sad. I hope it becomes better. I hope CJ, Camari, and Nike can get on the same page. But not only does Nike, Camari need to get on the same page, but also Royalty. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's grown here. Nike doesn't want CjSoCool. I think Royalty needs to just squash the beef with Nike. I feel like that's the main problem here. CJ is trying to please Nike and he's trying to please Royalty, and that's not gonna work. Royalty needs to just let that thing go and just squash the beef with Nike so this could be a better situation, because we've seen that CJ and Nike can have a great situation, because last year they were on the same page, everything was working out, they were laughing, so they're not the problem. I feel like Royalty, who's holding on to the past, is a little bit part of the problem, and CJ has to not only please Nike, but he has to please Royalty in this situation too. So I don't know, y'all leave y'all comments down below, let me know what y'all thinking when it comes to this.